Chris and I and Don are conducting an interview here, wanting to talk to Chris. Wanting to talk to you, Chris, about, first of all, your early life story.
Early life?
Yeah. When you were born?
I was the fourth son to a man and woman who got married young. They had my brother Wade, 11 months later had Wes, a year later had Chris and Clay. I'm a twin.
You're a twin.
Yep,
Yeah.
so they had 4 boys in 3 years.
Wow.
All graduated. I'm the midst of the family. You know, I don't think any of my brothers even ever been in jail. But, you know, I've been there once or twice. But, mostly
Had
drinking.
different situations in your life, yeah.
Married until my father got killed 24 years ago. And I lost my mother to cancer about 12 years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
Raised my child alone from the time she was 10 months to 14. And she went to live with her mom's brother in Idaho and we fell apart. But
How old's your daughter now?
23, 22.
Yeah.
23.
Mhm.
But yeah, graduated high school, barely. Started working early. Went to California and became an electrician when I was 21. Great career for 30 years, 35 years. But that all went away when I lost my eyesight. And my
Right.
daughter.
You lost your eyesight and your daughter
I lost
around the
daughter
same
first,
time?
and then also lost my twin brother. That's 4 months after my brother, my daughter went through in foster care and then to live with her uncle. My twin brother died. And my friends burned my job down, the company I worked for 20 years. Left them. Well, I've been with them about 6 years. Same company, they kept changing names. But I left and I went and done a solar plant in Layton. And then a megawatt solar field on the Smith's warehouses. Basically 8 football fields full of solar panels.
Wow.
And then that was my last job. My brother passed away. I told him I need to take off for the funeral. And they laid me off. So then I had a bunch of stuff to get rid of, a house to sell, my house to deal with.
Do you feel like a lot of things happened in your life due to the fact that your brother and mother died, or?
Well, I mean, I was just on top of the main thing with my daughter.
Yeah.
You know, I was trying to build a megaplex theater, and she was trying to be a teenager and missed school, and I wasn't making her go to school, and you know, missed a parent. It's hard to be a single parent, so, especially with a daughter. I wouldn't want to be my daughter or any of her boyfriends. But,
You've had a quite successful career
yeah, I had a real good job.
until
The
some
Olympic
things
Village.
happened.
20 years ago, I tore out Main Street, put in that park and all those Christmas outlets, tore out the temple wall, did all that stuff. I did the Olympic Village kitchen, served like 4,000 people a minute. Done lots of good stuff.
Yes.
eBay, you know, everything. Mechanical, Park City, God knows, all kinds of stuff.
What happened to your eyesight? How did that begin?
The arc flashes and whatnot in my career caused burns on my eyes, on the retinas. And when those peel, they float around inside your eyeball.
Okay.
And they cause pinholes in the back of the eye, which puts the retina off.
So it was your work
Kind of.
that was kind of
Yeah.
initiating that problem? Yeah.
You know, it's hard to nail it to a specific thing, but, you know, yeah, mostly work, arc flashes.
Wow. But you come through that amazingly well. I don't know everything that happened, Chris, but
Yeah.
now you're still doing some work, though.
No, I have not worked at all since my brother died.
Oh, okay.
I lost him and had, you know, a house to sell and
Yeah.
couch surfed for a while, sold my place. And lived just all place, lived on the street. You know, didn't want to burn up my couches and whatnot in town, so just moved out here.
How do you think of the systems that you've been a part of? How do you feel about how they've helped you?
Not good, horrible,
Yeah.
you know, and it's got lots and lots of problems. But I don't, I don't know if there's just one fix for it. You know, it's not like physical ailments, you can't just do an x-ray or, do an exam and say, okay, it's this or that, it's the heart, it's the lung. Comes to mental illness and sociological problems, there's whatever, 360 million people. Yeah, 360 million problems. We're all different.
Well, you mentioned before that you had had some diagnoses along the way. I don't know that you relate to them or believe them, but maybe I should say, what is your understanding of what you've dealt with around mental health issues?
As far as mental health, I never knew it until about a year ago when they went in to do my Medicaid disability because I couldn't see. And they brought up the fact that when they went to the stuff with my daughter 10 years ago, they said that I was bipolar and said that I was perhaps schizophrenic. Apparently 4th Street had me down as a paranoid schizophrenic, and Valley Mental Health had me down as a schizophrenic, which is strange because I've never seen any of their psychologists other than the GCFS ones more than 3 or 4 times. In fact, I've seen Chris at 4th Street 3 times, I think, and I've seen the person at Valley Mental Health once. So, yeah.
So you haven't had very good
Crappy
support.
diagnosis, never treated, never a follow-up. We think that would be a bigger concern.
Well, you bet.
People in the mental health profession, if somebody didn't show up and find them.
Right.
Okay, but no, they don't care. Maybe you got another provider or somebody else do the other check. Basically the way I feel about it.
So that part of the system really let you down.
Well, that part, the biggest thing that let me down was the police department. The fact that I was born and raised in Utah. I know where I can be and where I can't. Usually, you don't jump a fence if there's a trespassing sign.
Right.
If there's not a trespassing sign, then you open the gate and you close it behind you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you stay within 10 feet of a waterway, But in Salt Lake City, apparently it's against the law to be on the sidewalk in front of a business, in front of the business. Been trespassed all over the city for being in front on a public sidewalk. Which, okay, if it's after hours, but what about these places under construction that are closed for 6 months, 8 months? Can't drive up and down the road?
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
just me.
Yeah.
Just us. So, yeah, it's horrible. When the police abuse their privileges and when they wouldn't do it, the Scoosy got her own police force. And then they got UTA cops and highway patrol to do it. Now it's back to the Salt Lake police, but still, not being addressed. Bunch of, not police officers, but peace officers trying to make business owners happy by moving people away from their building.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is smart enough what to say. You gotta have a purpose to be there.
Not okay. It's not okay at all.
No.
Well, did you get some help along the way with housing?
Yep, I got housing 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Been in housing for 3 years. First place I was evicted out of in 70 days, legally. My caseworker went without me. I was 4 days in, I was told that I had an unauthorized visitor living with me, but unfortunately I didn't even know my name. My legal name is David Coons, David Christopher Coons. I go by Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody showed up there at 11 o'clock at night, wanted to get in and see Chris. He just moved in. Not me, but that person.
Oh,
But they
okay.
didn't know who it was. Apparently he told me he was living with me, when I didn't even have a bed there yet. Next time was abandoning stolen property. Since I pushed my stuff over there in a shopping cart. When I went in and plugged in the TV, make sure it worked, come back out, push the shopping cart back down to the store where I borrowed it. When I got back, there was a picture of the shopping cart and a second eviction notice for abandoning stolen property on the premises. Okay. Crossroads gave me a little flyer, if you give an eviction notice, tell them I'm starting to lock you out, da-da-da-da. I gave it to the manager. My police manager come by about a week later to let me know I had another eviction notice. This time for not securing the premises. But what? apparently there was an argument or something here. I said, no, my buddy's girlfriend came over with me. And she got mad because I wouldn't, go find him. So she ran out of here yelling. She lives in another building managed by the same people. Building has her leasing office, was during the day. They went up and they gave her an eviction notice. She come back, she said, you can't give me an eviction notice. I wasn't even in my building. I was down here. I was down here with Chris. So they gave me an eviction notice. I said, well, first, not secure, the front door's open. No, not the front door, your door. I was supposed to lock her in my apartment with me. When I let her leave the building without me, I endangered everybody in the property. My case manager, I said, it's going to be 6 months, 8 months. They can evict me about COVID. It's ridiculous. This eviction notice doesn't have the right name. This one, I was sitting here 5 days. You know when my dad got here. Well, he went to court for me and got me evicted.
How do you feel about or think about your case manager's support during that time?
Oh, horrible. I'm not happy about it until finally got in Graceberry. There's 5 on-site caseworkers. It's pretty bad when you say there's caseworkers for every 8 people. That's a lot, in my opinion.
Well, they come and go.
Oh, a lot. They go a whole bunch. In fact, nobody was there when I moved in. In less than 2 years, I got a total turnover. I'm on my 5th caseworker who's tried to give me my 6th in that building.
So the caseworker you have now, do you feel is supportive?
Yeah, yes, no, matter of fact, I've had 4 eye surgeries for procedures. I'm getting glasses, got my teeth pulled, got dentures done. Yeah, so at
I
least
do
give me
see
a doctor.
some positive things that have happened, but you've gone through a lot of people not
Three
even
caseworkers ago, I told her I needed to go to the doctor, and she said, there's the phone. I said, well, I can't see it, and I'm having trouble finding the phone numbers. Can you find me a phone number and get me an appointment at 4th Street? I have to go there in the morning, sit there all day to find out, come back after lunch. And then find out that it's 5 o'clock and we gotta hurry and leave, so rush out the door.
Then they wonder why people are frustrated, and then that you're blamed for being frustrated.
Right. But if you go there with the caseworker, you're through that building in 2 hours. Seen the doctor and you're on your way. Yeah.
So you've also had a few visits to prison?
No, I've never been to prison.
No, you haven't?
No.
Oh, I thought you
I've been
said
in jail. I've been arrested.
Jail.
I've been arrested about 50 times. I don't know how many for sure. I've changed my clothes twice. Once for 6 days, once for 4. But I don't know, it's like, yeah. I didn't know, 40 of those was in the last 5 or 6 years out here.
So their arrests were mainly due to being in the wrong place?
Warrants for trespassing.
Yeah.
On a public sidewalk in front of an open business. You could buy coffee at Starbucks. I used to get mad at myself, say, well, I'll go and get this coffee. If I can't be out here, I'll go inside. Especially like Rite Aid. I've been going there for Rite Aid, Walgreens, and I used to be a patient or a client of the one in Bountiful for 24 years. I moved out here, same thing, Rite Aid, Walgreens. I get trespassed in front of there all the time. I think it's odd. There's security guards that don't even work there. He just volunteers. He walks up 2 extra buildings to follow me in the store, all the way back to the pharmacist and harass me. Let the pharmacist know that he's a security guard was working down the street if they ever need my help. He's like, we're a pharmacy. We don't have security. What's wrong with you, dude? But yeah. They once threatened to have old man Chris come beat me up, which is kind of funny because that's my street name. Really, it's 900 thugs, huh? Yeah, but yeah, it's a joke.
Well, it's really not a joke. It's terrible for you, Chris. I'm sorry.
No. Things we go through. Sorry, I can't fix it.
So as far as having any good therapy and support, that really hasn't happened, or you haven't really had
not with the legal
therapy.
stuff. I've got a bunch of stuff to deal with as far as the criminal justice system and taking care of all this someday. First, I get my eyesight back, get my job back, get work, and I'll go from there. I had a pretty good career. So. I'll get
Absolutely.
my, truck back from the company phone, but I hope to make $35 an hour again.
Oh.
So,
Well, you've hung in there.
hmm?
You've hung in there and done some very positive things, Chris.
Yeah.
Can you think of times when you really felt supported and cared about in this?
No, I mean, not many times the last 6 months since I had been this caseworker.
Yeah.
That's about it. I mean, even the first 3 caseworkers, problem after problem. I had a person approved to come visit me in the building. He got there at 5 o'clock, or maybe 6 o'clock. Police were knocking on the door by 9. He had a warrant for his arrest. He needed to leave. They weren't going to arrest him, but he had to get out of the building. Since they just approved him. He moved in the building 2 weeks later. But he couldn't come visit Chris.
Right.
Yeah, tell me that's bull crap.
Crazy things happening.
Yeah, every time they bother, you got warrants? Yeah, I got a whole bunch. Want to take me in jail, take care of these? Oh, we'll take you to jail, take your stuff, book and release you, throw your meds in the garbage, kick you down the street with more charges. Bye. Cool. Yeah.
Have you, or are you now on any kind of medication, or have you been in the
Right
past?
now I think I'm taking 11 pills a month, but nothing for mental stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
I have that bad asthma. I've got bad back. I've got eye problems.
Yeah.
Dealt with my teeth, but yeah, I'm diabetic, sleep apnea, and a bunch of other problems. I don't sleep good.
Right.
But,
Sounds like some of the things I struggle with too. So
as far as I go, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
bad for being on the street,
yeah, it's
A
much
light
harder.
sleeper.
It's much harder.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, at this time, do you have any particular goals for yourself?
Yeah. Get my eyesight, get a license, and get to work.
Oh, yeah.
Put my finance.
Sure.
So,
Boy,
yeah, getting
Well,
the
that's-
glasses, that's a big one now.
yeah.
They said I can drive. I'll get my driver's license, and I'll find a way to pay the awful, get my electrical license back, take some update classes and stuff, and I'll be back. Once you get a license, it's easy to find a job. I mean, I really only had 3 or 4 employers, about 5 megaplex theaters. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Valley Fair, that was my last Canoco job, before the apartment that burned down. But the Valley Fair, carrying out that food court, putting in a megaplex and the bourbons, all lights in back, all that. That was a good job for, other than they have to be done fast. Megaplexes,
I
lots of
sure-
overtime.
Appreciate the courage you've had to keep going and still do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, since you've been going to street Tai Chi, can you think of any way that it's helped you?
Street Tai Chi basically just helped me with my own, paying attention to my own body. I didn't realize how bad your eyesight messed up your balance,
Right.
right? And things like that. But I'm dealing with other people's same problems, street problems, I'm not the only person that gets harassed by all the cops and,
Right.
stuff like that. But
A certain sense of community there? or-
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, you've been a leader
yeah, Tai
in
Chi
all
leader.
of that. Yes, you have.
I what did the comment, I have to lead, I can't see to follow them, so. When I learned there was a lot few of us, and,
Yeah.
I was literally 12, 15 feet behind them. I just stand in the middle and see both ways, but,
But I also notice you're very supportive of many people.
I try to be.
Yeah.
I have my different days, but get fed up with it sometimes.
Yeah.
No, this is a hard one to deal with,
Yeah.
It's real easy to feel somebody's fire and, or to just shut it down, ignore it, and let it go away, which isn't always the answer, but usually.
Yeah.
If it's Tourette's or, something, ADHD or hyperactivity,
Yeah,
drugs, alcohol even, or autism, Asperger's, some of that, you need to, not ignore it, but you need to get in there and address it. Make some flip up, we'll talk to them, Maybe Muhammad had only made right turns
Yeah.
for a long time. And they're very sure to put him up there next to you. And now he's the only person there that can lead,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Come a long way,
Yeah. And
you know? I do it with all my kitchen and mind off it. Makes me feel comfortable, you know?
well, that's
All I gotta do is stand there and count. I ignore Whitey for yelling, he can count! You know, but,
well, I have been part of the Tai Chi group for several months, and I have noticed that you're a very good leader.
Leader of men.
Very straightforward with people, and
that was my career. That was,
but also compassionate.
yeah,
I respect that. I really do.
I relate.
Do you feel a certain centering within yourself when you're doing the Tai Chi?
I don't know about that. I've never really understood energy. I understand power,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't understand energy.
Hmm.
So I always had a lot of trouble with it. I always myself need to do yoga. You know, to me, I'm a black and white person. Red and blue are the same color. They're the same shade of gray. So why one's hot, one's cool, and things like that makes no sense to me.
Right.
You know, I can feel the orange sun on my face, and I know that the blue water is cold, but yeah, as far as how that translates into the rainbow and the color paint your room and stuff, nah, that makes no sense.
You're giving a pretty good description of the whole thing
Yeah,
as you
basically,
go.
yeah, but yeah, how they, you know, why
Yeah.
numbers that, I've always wanted to do it digitally, you know, maybe I need a camera like Dawn's, you know,
Yeah.
let me know how many pixels it is, but.
Well, I've certainly appreciated you as I've been introduced to the program. I really thank
It's a
you.
good program, I mean,
Yeah.
I still have mixed feelings about it a lot.
Yeah.
But I think all through and through, it's a good program.
Yeah.
You know, if it works for you, come, if it don't, don't.
Right. That's the nicest thing
A lot
about
of
it.
people, when people, you know, come in and they think they're gonna learn Tai Chi, because we don't do Tai Chi. We do old yang form, but we do an assimilation exercise based on that form. We don't do the breathing. We don't, you know, we're not strict or anything on which way to face, you know? Whatever makes you comfortable, and try to be quiet, try not to bother other people.
But that's been the whole reason that I too have been interested in the program, is that the respect for each person and how they do things and what
Right.
they want, not what the
Right.
system wants
Yeah,
for
we
them.
don't tell them where to
And
stand,
that's-
which way to face. We've had roller coasters. There was a time that we were in the library and we had somebody in every single window. And,
Yeah.
you know, people are concerned that they can't go out there if they don't know the back because it will look wrong. Who cares how it looks? It should
Right,
look
Chris.
wrong.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of people that should be at work and they're in the library doing Tai Chi. You figure that out. You know?
Yeah.
Something wrong there.
Well, that little card that we have now with you doing the Tai Chi on it,
Yeah.
you're a
Don't know
leader
where we're
there.
going, but yeah, I've been a leader for a while.
Everybody appreciates you. And
About 5 years ago, I had a
Respect you.
homeless connect, and somebody walked up and said, "How do you get certified to teach Tai Chi?" And I was like, "I don't know, who teaches Tai Chi?" I said, "You do." I said, "No, I don't. I do Tai Chi. I don't teach it.
well, I've learned a lot
I
from
show
you.
it.
Anyway.
They teach themselves.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
don't teach.
Yeah.
We don't say
Well,
anything. We just do what I do, turn around and do what they do. You'll figure it out. If you don't, then, you know, maybe you'll quit coming, I don't know. If it works, come on back. So we can go online and ask questions, we'll do what we can to help you, but you gotta ask, you know.
Well, thank you, Chris, and I'm wondering if there's anything else you'd like to share with us that I haven't thought to ask.
Well, you know, we've talked several times about expanding the program, just do the program. I'm not very fond of becoming housing reps or case workers or anything like that. We always help people finding those places, you know, where to go. But I don't want to get too involved in anybody else's problems. I go so Bernie, I don't know if, you know, I'm a very good mentor at all, you know. Wouldn't you want to find somebody who's got a job in a house to mentor people that are homeless? Right?
Yeah.
You know, when somebody's got insurance, he goes to the doctor or takes his meds, you know. But Bernie said, "Oh, no, actually you're the perfect one, because connect with them, just,
Mm-hmm.
okay, well, there I am. You know of no one else.
Yep.
Take the ball and run.
No, I think your basic respect for other people, even though you might wonder why they're not
Oh, yeah.
able to do the program, but I do see that respect you have for other people, and I've always admired you for that, and really
you.
appreciate you being willing to do the interview.
Thank you.
Chris.
You should.